We've got a blast from the past with 2018's Realm of Light and Lair of Darkness structure decks. As you know, with our structure deck series, Paul and I have 3 of each of these decks. We're gonna pop them open, look at the cards, build some decks, then we're gonna play. So the Realm of Light structure deck says that it is a bounty of wisdom from out of this world. It's a counter trap deck that uses fairies, and the Lair of Darkness deck is wicked shadow lords with immeasurable power. And they kind of just use normal traps. So counter traps beat normal traps, so I think we know which deck is going to win. So I'll play Realm of Light and Paul's gonna play Lair of Darkness. We're gonna see what happens.
So, Lair of Darkness. I remember when this structure came out, because it actually kind of influenced the game for a little bit with like just the field spell worked in a lot of other decks, and it used, what is it, this Grapha card that is, yeah, Darkest Diabolos. I want to call it Grapha, it's Darkest Diabolos. Anyway, we start with Lilith, Lady of Lament. This is a pretty cool one. If it's normal summoned, it gets only 1,000 attack. More importantly, you contribute a dark monster, mostly itself. Reveal 3 normal traps from your deck. Your opponent will randomly choose one for you to set on your field, and you'll shuffle the rest back into your deck. This is great because it's chainable, being a quick effect and all. And something else really cool is that your opponent won't actually know which card they chose. It'll just get set because they just only saw them when they were revealed. So you can pick 3 of the same trap, which is really nice. Darkest Diabolos, Lord of Lair. This is the actual boss monster here. He's big, your opponent cannot tribute him, so he can't even be kaiju'd. They can't target it with card effects either. If a dark monster I control gets tributed, I can summon him from my graveyard or my hand, and then I can tribute a dark monster and make my opponent place a card from their hand on either the top or the bottom of the deck. And as you'll see with the field spell here in a second, that can be extremely powerful. Arima, the Wicked Warden. So you can discard it and actually add a Lair of Darkness. That's the name of the structure deck and also the field spell. We're getting to it. And also you can tribute a dark monster to draw a card. Or if you tributed a dark monster other than him, then you get to add a dark monster with 2,000 or more defense from deck to hand instead. And finally, here's the field spell. The namesake Lair of Darkness, where you can actually see Grapha, or why do I keep calling him Grapha? Diabolos. He's chilling in his Lair of Darkness. It makes all face-up monsters become dark, and once per turn, if you tribute a monster that you control to activate a card effect, you contribute a dark monster your opponent controls instead, even though you don't control it. And since everything's made dark, that means you can basically tribute your opponent's monsters. Also, during the end phase, you special summon a bunch of torment tokens based on the turn player and like how many monsters were tributed that turn. It's kind of weird. You can end up with like a lot of just dark material, but then you can like later use those tokens for your other traps and stuff. A new trap for the time in this deck was Grinning Grave Virus. Tribute a dark monster with 3,000 or less attack, and your opponent destroys a card of their choice in their hand or deck for every 500 attack that monster had in the field. If you tributed a monster that has 2,000 or more attack to activate this effect though, then you get to look at all your opponent's cards that they draw for 3 turns and destroy all monsters among them. Cards destroyed and sent to the grave by this effect can't use their effects that same turn. So if you do happen to accidentally destroy something that would float, you don't have to worry about it with Grinning Grave Virus. Duke Shade, the Sinister Shadow Lord. Regular Diabolos, King of the Abyss. This was actually the cover card of the original structure deck, so it's cool to see things coming full circle. Lich Lord, King of the Underworld. If you tribute summon it, the tributes must be dark. If it's tributed by a card effect, it gets added from your grave to the hand. So that might be kind of useful for all these virus cards. Prometheus, King of the Shadows. I remember when this card was a really elusive thing and it got like reprinted for the first time, or maybe released for the first time in a gold series pack. That was like a big deal. So Archfiend Emperor, the first Lord of Horror. Caius the Mega Monarch. Legendary Maju Garzette. You feel very powerful with a deck like this. Caius the Mega Monarch. Legendary Maju Garzette. Vanity's Fiend, this thing can be really nasty. Pretty toxic in a deck that can just abuse it. Can't be special summoned, but neither player can special summon monsters. Mist Archfiend, Infernal Dragon. I remember this was a manga card, I think, in its initial release. Archfiend Cavalry, Stygian Street Patrol, Phantom of Chaos, Plague Wolf, Fiendish Rhino Warrior, Curry Bandit, Tour Guide from the Underworld, which can actually summon Lilith, Absolute King Backjack, Relink Karibo, Recurring Nightmare. You get to target 2 dark monsters with 0 defense in your grave and add them to your hand, which that actually does happen to be both Lilith and Arima. Allure of Darkness, Hand Destruction, Foolish Burial Goods, Boogie Trap. Discard 2 cards, target a trap in your grave and set it. It can be activated this turn. Fires of Doomsday, Veil of Darkness, Crush Card Virus, sadly the nerfed version that can actually end up helping your opponent. Deck Devastation Virus, Eradicator Epidemic Virus. This is very strong. Full Force Virus, Dark Light, Trap of Darkness, Mind Crush, Rise to Full Height, Curse of Darkness, and Sinister Yorishiro, plus a Torment token, which will probably be pretty useful because we're going to be summoning a lot of tokens. They really should have given you like 5 in here. I think basically I'm just going to focus on virus cards. That feels like that's kind of the key component of this deck. If I can shut Alex's counter traps down with something like Eradicator, then that would be ideal.
In true Team APS fashion, let's ruin the value of this product. All right. So first up we have the kind of the highlight card of this deck, Eva. It's a fairy card where you banish 2 other light fairies from field or graveyard to add the same number level 2 light fairies from deck to hand. Actually, very useful card. Eva has seen its way on the ban list before, but that was mostly for the Drytron. But very good fairy card. Sacred Arch-Airknight Parshath. I think many of us are familiar with Airknight Parshath. Well, this is, I guess, its final form. If you have a counter trap card, or if you negate the activation of a spell or trap card or monster effect, you can banish 2 other fairy monsters from your hand and or graveyard, special summon this card from the graveyard if it was there when you activate this effect, negated, or hand even if not, okay, summons from hand or grave. If this card attacks such a monster, it gets piercing. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can add 1 Parshath card or 1 counter trap from your deck to your hand. I understand why you'd want to get the counter trap, but I don't know what Parshath we're talking about unless we're talking about his lower forms. Power Angel Valkyria. Yeah, if you negate the activation of spell or trap card, add a light fairy. So you have to successfully resolve your counter traps with this deck, but I guess the only thing that can stop a counter trap is another counter trap, so I guess it's fine. Sanctum of Parshath. Okay, I forgot there is a Parshath continuous spell in here. It actually becomes a Sanctuary in the Sky, so for all you old fairy heads, you know, that should mean something to you. Your fairy monsters gain 300 attack and defense. Set spell and traps cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effect. That actually really helps out the counter trap strategy because while they can't be responded to by anything that's less than spell speed 3, they are vulnerable on the turn you set them. Rebirth of Parshath, a counter trap itself. It can trigger off of a spell, trap, or monster effect, reveal 1 counter trap in hand, and then discard 1 card. Pay 1,000, negate the activation if you do shuffle that card into the deck. I don't know if I really like this card, but it's searchable, so I don't hate it. Minerva, Scholar of the Sky. I've actually always liked the artwork of this. It feels like the natural evolution of those like counter trap fairies that we had back in the day. Neo Parshath, the Sky Paladin, same energy. Airknight Parshath, that's the guy. I remember you. When it attacks the defense position monster, it deals piercing, and if it inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you draw 1 card. I loved this guy back in the day. So much fun. Meltiel, Sage of the Sky, or Meltiel, Sage of the Sky. Harvest Angel of Wisdom. Oh, I remember this one. When it's destroyed by a battle and sent to the graveyard, you can target a counter trap engrave and add it to hand. Incredibly slow, but with 1800 attack, you will be swinging with it quite often. A Bountiful Artemis, this is an old one. It can draw after using counter trap. Lair the Liberator, I don't even remember what this does. Add 2 of your banished fairies to your hand. Fine, that's fine. Guiding Ariadne, I loved playing this back in my old Pendulum days. It can get to your counter traps. That's what it does. Arch-Airknight Christia, hate that card. Splendid Venus. This card used to be like a Shonen Jump promo. All non-fairies lose 500 attack and defense. And then the activation effects of spell and traps on your field cannot be negated. So you can counter trap your opponent, but they can't counter trap you. Athena, Tethys, Goddess of Light. Hecatrice. This one adds a Valhalla Hall of the Fallen. I hope that's not in this deck. Jelen Duo. I remember this card. It can't be destroyed by battle. That's what I remember about this card. Nova Summoner, Honest, you know, you can gain your opponent's monster's attack points during battle. That's really useful. Herald of Orange Light, God, I hate the Heralds, but I love playing them. Herald of Green Light, Herald of Purple Light. So essentially each Herald, depending on their color, it triggers based on that. So this Green Herald triggers on the activation of a spell card. Orange Light is a monster effect, and Purple Light is a trap effect, or activation of a trap card. Guiding Light, DD Sprite, Hanewada, the Sanctuary in the Sky. God, that's coming out this deck. Cards from the Sky, you can banish a light monster in your hand. If you do, draw 2 cards. You cannot special summon or conduct your Celestial Transformation, that's old. Valhalla Hall of the Fallen, that's old. Ties of the Brethren, that's not bad. Special summon 2 monsters from your deck with the same type and attribute and level as a level 4 that you control. It can work. A Light of Judgment, Miraculous Descent, Synthetic Seraphim. Divine Punishment used to be a good trap card. When a spell or trap card or monster effect is activated while the Sanctuary in the Sky is on the field. Oh, that's why we don't use it. Dark Bribe, Solemn Warning, Ultimate Providence. I remember this card. When a spell, trap, or monster effect is activated, discard the same type of card and then negate it. Easy to use. Drastic Drop Off, that's coming out. Recall, that's coming out. And then we got a Synthetic Seraphim token. I've got 3 of these things. All hollows are going to be pushed to 3, and all old cards are going to get taken out.
All right, Duelist, are you ready?
My fairies are ready to kick your fiends' butts.
What a way of putting that.
Let's roll.
High roll goes first.
Wow.
Oh, well.
That was the lowest roll. I feel like you cursed my roll.
I got a 7. Mine was halfway cursed.
No.
It does matter going first in this because you have counter traps, so like I kind of want to be
Would
able
have been
to
nice to go first.
set my traps.
Jeez, okay, this is a hand.
This is, all right. Well, I'm gonna start this duel off. This is certainly it's a hand. I'll help you out if you want. How about this? My hand destruction.
Oh,
we will
okay.
each send 2 cards from our hand to the graveyard and then draw 2 cards. So I'm sending Infernal Dragon and Arima, the Wicked Warden.
I'm sending my Light of Judgment and Miraculous Descent. Draw 2.
Draw 1 and 2. Activate Recurring Nightmare. Lets me target 2 dark monsters with 0 defense in my graveyard and add them to my hand. It's gonna be my Arima and my Infernal Dragon. All right, next let's activate Arima, the Wicked Warden's effect. By discarding him from my hand, I can add a Lair of Darkness from my deck to my hand. Let's start by activating the Lair of Darkness. So this is a field spell that makes all monsters in the field become dark, and once per turn, if I would tribute a monster that I control to activate a card effect, I can instead tribute a monster you control. Next, I'm going to normal summon Arima, the Wicked Warden. I'm going to use its effect. I can tribute itself, or I can tribute a dark monster to draw 1 card. If I tribute a dark monster other than this, then I can add a dark monster with 2,000 or more defense from my deck.
Well,
to my
too
hand.
bad.
Yeah, sadly I can't do that, but I am going to tribute it to draw 1 card. And I'll set 1 card face down and go to my end phase, where the effect of Lair of Darkness is now going to activate. Once per turn in the end phase, I'll special summon as many Torment tokens as possible to the turn player's field in defense position up to the number of monsters that were tributed this turn while this card was face up. I tributed once, 1 Torment token, 1,000 attack, 1,000 defense. Your move, Duelist.
So all that for a token.
It'll get worse for you later, don't worry, Duelist.
Draw for turn. Hey, I believe you. Let's start by activating cards from the sky. I'm gonna banish a light fairy monster from my hand, and if I do, I'll draw 2 cards. This will lock me out of special summoning and conducting a battle phase this turn.
Well, lucky me, my Torment token might actually survive.
I'm gonna go ahead and banish my Nova Summoner to draw 2. Set a monster face down. Set 2 cards face down. 1 card face down.
Okay.
Setting
So
one card face down. Then we're gonna activate the Sanctuary in the Sky, where I won't take any battle damage when my fairies do battle. And then I'll activate my Sanctum of Parshath, which name is treated as Sanctuary in the Sky while it's on the field.
Yeah, always.
And then
helps.
fairies gain 300 attack and defense. Set spell and traps cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effects. And once per turn, I can target 3 fairy monsters and or counter traps with different names in my graveyard, place them on top of my deck in any order. I'll pass there.
All right, in the end phase, Lair of Darkness activates. Even though you didn't actually tribute anything, it has to activate, so I'm drawing for turn. All right, well, let's summon a rather scary monster for you.
All fiends are scary.
Infernal Dragon. It's got 2,000 attack points. I'm going to enter the battle phase and have my 2,000 attack points Infernal Dragon attack your face-down monster.
You hit my Harvest Angel of Wisdom. When it's destroyed by battle and sent to graveyard, I can target a counter trap in my grave. It does nothing.
Oh, you don't have a counter trap?
I don't. I thought one of those traps was a counter trap. They were not.
Wow, okay, well, it's destroyed. That's...
Why do I have traps that are not counter traps?
I'll go to the end phase then. Infernal Dragon's effect actually activates. Since I attack this turn, it's going to get destroyed. But when it is destroyed, it can activate its effects to tribute a monster and special summon itself from the graveyard.
Oh, so
So I'll tribute my
token.
Torment token and special summon Infernal Dragon back to the field.
Oh, now your Lair of Darkness can make
And
a new
now,
token.
in the end phase as well, Lair of Darkness is going to activate. And since I attributed 1 monster, it'll try to summon 1 Torment token. Ooh, pretty cool combo!
I mean, you have the same number of monsters on the field, but I get it.
Yeah, okay.
I get it.
Your move.
All right, draw for turn. Let's normal summon my Bountiful Artemis. It's got 1,600 attack, so it's not as big as your Infernal Dragon, but it is gaining 300, so it's 1,900 on board. I'm going to go to battle and have my Bountiful Artemis attack your Torment token.
Torment. A bridge fans will know what that preferences.
No idea.
I used
I'll
to
pass.
love Yu-Gi-Oh! Grids. All right, during the end phase, Lair of Darkness is going to activate. You didn't have any cards get triggered,
That's
so
fair.
you don't get any tokens. I draw for turn, though. I'll normal summon Arima, the Wicked Warden. As you know, it's got an effect where I contribute a dark monster to draw a card, or if I attribute a different dark monster than him, I can even search.
Is that an activate effect?
It's an ignition effect.
Ignition
it does
effect,
activate.
okay.
We're going to use Arima's effect and tribute Bountiful Artemis thanks to Lair of Darkness. Once per turn, I contribute one of your dark monsters for that. And I'm going to be doing that to use this effect to search.
And I'm activating Rebirth of Parshath.
Of
When a
course you
spell,
have that.
trap card, or monster effect is activated, I reveal one counter trap in hand, my Dark Bribe. Then I'll discard one card, and I'll pay 1,000. Negate the activation. If I do, I shuffle that card into the deck.
All right, so he gets shuffled back in. Well, that was
Then
okay.
I can special summon one Parshath monster from my deck.
Oh, that's kind of rude.
Yeah, just so I can just get a Parshath.
Oh boy, can you summon the big one?
I think I
Straight
could.
from the deck?
I think I could.
It's not really fair. Gonna be honest.
I'm going to summon my Neo Parshath, the Sky Paladin. New chain, because I negated your monster's effect, I'm activating my Sacred Arch-Knight, or my Sacred Arch-Airknight Parshath in hand.
That's a mouthful.
It
I'm
is.
sad because I was supposed to be getting my boss monster on the field with this effect, but
Because I negate a card's effects, I can banish 2 other fairies from my graveyard and special summon it. So this guy has piercing, and when it inflicts battle damage, I can add a Parshath card or a counter trap to my hand.
I guess I'll just go to my end phase.
All right, you did tribute a monster.
I did tribute a monster. Lair of Darkness will activate, and I'm going to summon a Torment token, and that's going to be it.
Draw for turn. I'm going to have my Sacred Arch-Airknight Parshath attack your
I
token.
should have switched his defense, to be honest, because it didn't actually attack. But anyway, sorry, what?
I'm gonna attack your token.
It's gone.
And
so what's
deal
it do?
piercing.
Oh god. So you are 1,100 more than me, so he's gaining
1,400
1,400 total.
Oh yeah, plus that, yeah. 14
I'm
to
trying
total.
to keep track of his attack.
And now my Parshath activates to add a Parshath card or one counter trap from deck to hand. We'll add a Dark Bribe. Now my Neo Parshath will attack you not directly, attack your Infernal Dragon.
It's 3,700.
I get to activate the effect of my Neo Parshath. It dealt battle damage to you, so I get to draw a card.
I'll activate the effect of Infernal Dragon. When it's destroyed, I contribute a monster to special summon it. And thanks to Lair of Darkness, I contribute one of yours.
And that's of course a cost again, isn't it?
It's a cost. I'm tributing off Neo Parshath, the Sky Paladin. And he comes back.
Get my card. Set one card face down, and I'll pass there.
All right, during the end phase, Lair of Darkness is going to give you a Torment token. I draw. Normal summon a second Infernal
My
Dragon.
God. So first it's 3 Arima, now we're seeing all the Infernal Dragons.
My deck doesn't have
Rigged.
much variety.
Rigged.
Attack with Infernal Dragon on the Torment token.
That will destroy the token.
I'll set a card face down. And I'm gonna activate Hand Destruction. To have us send 2 cards and then draw 2.
Yeah, gonna lose my Valhalla and my Bribe. Draw 2.
Okay, I'll set 1 card face down, and now I'm gonna go to the end phase.
That has to get destroyed.
So, because Infernal Dragon attacked, it does get destroyed. I'll activate its effect because it was destroyed to tribute a monster and special summon it from the graveyard. It will tribute your Sacred Arch-Airknight
This like tribute for
Parshath.
cost thing is lame.
It's a little annoying.
So you tribute me for cost.
Yeah, so this is an effect activate. You got something?
Rebirth of Parshath.
You have that again?
Yeah. And I'm revealing my Solemn Warning in hand so that I can negate and send that thing to your deck.
And you pay 1,000 too, right?
Oh yeah, pay 1,000 and discard a card. I got to discard a card. We'll discard
Okay.
this.
He gets shuffled in.
And if I do, and then I can special summon a Parshath monster from my deck or extra deck.
What do you have? What Parshath monsters are left?
This one,
Oh,
Sacred
okay.
Heart.
Yeah, I can just.
It's a Parshath.
Yeah,
I don't think it's a rule. It
Parshath.
doesn't say it can't be summoned.
Lair of Darkness. I get 1 Torment token because 1 card was distributed. Back to you, Duelist.
Draw for turn. Normal summon Nova Summoner. Nova Summoner attacks your dragon.
Okay, so you will not take any damage.
Yep, because of my Sanctuary, I get destroyed by battle. So Nova Summoner gets to activate its effect. I can special summon 1 light fairy monster with 1,500 or less attack from my deck. But if the Sanctuary is on the field, I have 2 of them, I can special summon an Airknight Parshath instead.
Oh, very cool. Don't like
And
it.
you know I ran Airknight Parshath.
Yeah, of course, only you. It's the old ass card.
Love Airknight Parshath. And we're still in my battle phase, so now my Airknight Parshath with 2,200 is going to attack your token with piercing damage. And then it gets to activate its effect to draw a card.
Fine by me.
Now, my Sacred Arch-Airknight Parshath is going to attack your Infernal Dragon.
All right, sorry, Duelist, but I gotta put a stop to this now. Eradicator Epidemic Virus.
Oh, Jesus.
I attribute a dark monster with 2,500 or more attack, like
That is
your
my
Sacred
Parshath.
Arch-Airknight Parshath
It
thing.
is that big.
And I'm declaring one card type, spell or trap. Look at your hand, all spell and traps you control, and all cards you draw for the next 3 turns, and destroy all cards of the declared type. We're actually going to we'll do traps because you want traps, I would assume. So let's take a look at that hand, Duelist. Oh man, only one. All right, well, Solemn Warning gets destroyed.
Goodbye.
And for the next 3 turns, I'll be taking a little peek at whatever you draw.
All right, so your Infernal Dragon lived through that battle. Let's go to main phase 2, and I'm gonna activate my Sanctum's effect. I can set 3 counter traps and/or fairies to the top of my deck. And since I know you don't want me to have traps for a while,
That's clever.
I'm gonna hook you up. I'm gonna make sure I don't see any traps for 3 turns.
I see how it is. That's a way around that.
I'll pass there.
Lair of Darkness activates. Have a Torment token. Draw for turn. Infernal Dragon's gonna attack the Torment token. I'll go to my end phase. It'll get destroyed. We'll activate its effect. Tribute Airknight Parshath. He's back. Lair activates. Token, pass turn. Take it away, Duelist. What'd you draw? I gotta get to see it.
Nova Summoner. I'm gonna set a monster face down, and I'll just end my turn.
All right, Lair will activate. Didn't tribute. Draw for turn. Infernal Dragon's gonna attack your face down.
It is my Harvest Angel of Wisdom. When it's destroyed by battle, I can add 1 counter trap from my graveyard to my hand. I'll take the warning, I think.
I'll set a card face down and pass.
All right, draw for turn, and I'll reveal to you my Sacred Knight.
The second turn of reveals.
Set a monster face down, and 1 spell or trap face down.
I can't imagine what it could be.
And let's use my Sanctum of Parshath. We're going to place on top of my deck Harvest Angel of Wisdom, Dark Bribe, and Rebirth of Parshath.
In that order, so you'd see, yeah, I gotcha. Clever, clever.
Well, you know, I pass.
Lair of Darkness activates, you didn't tribute anything. Draw for turn. We'll activate Allure of Darkness. I'll draw 2 cards, but I'll have to banish a dark monster. It's gonna be my Duke Shade. Next, we'll normal summon Lilith, Lady of Lament.
Oh, there's Lilith.
She makes her showing, and since she was normal summoned, her attack becomes halved, so she's only 1,000. Anyway though, she has a quick effect where I can tribute a dark monster and reveal 3 normal traps from my deck. You'll randomly choose one to set to my field, and the rest will get shuffled back in.
Go for it.
I will activate her effect, and I'm going to tribute this Torment token.
Yep. Get another Epidemic Virus, I'll play around.
Yeah, it's gonna be Eradicators, by the way. 2 of them at least, and a Deck Devastation Virus, so.
Whichever one it is, I'm just gonna use my Sanctum to get around it.
Yeah, just play around it, but. Okay, Duelist, pick which one gets set.
That one.
This one gets set, these get shuffled back in.
It's more than likely an Epidemic, but with Paul's luck, I probably got Deck Devastation.
Because a dark monster was tributed, I can activate Darkest Diabolos,
Oh,
Lord of the Lair.
Look at that.
If a dark monster I control is tributed, I can special summon this card from the graveyard.
I'll activate Solemn Warning in response.
Negate and destroy. Well, that was fun. Any other effects you want to activate?
Yeah, we'll activate my Sacred Knight Engrave. So I can banish 2 other fairies, Airknight Parshath, and that Sacred Knight to summon Parshath.
It's back.
Oh, that was a bad move.
I'm gonna enter the battle phase.
Yep, that was a bad move.
My Infernal Dragon will attack your face down
What a
card.
fool I've been. All right, you hit my Nova Summoner. When it's destroyed by battle and sent to graveyard, I can special summon a light fairy monster with 1,500 or less attack from my deck. We'll summon Honest, because sadly, it's the only target I have left.
I'll go to the end phase, and Infernal Dragon is going to be destroyed. I'll use its effect. Tribute off the Sacred Airknight.
Oh, what a,
Bring itself back. Lair of Darkness will now activate, and I'll summon 2 Torment tokens.
Draw for turn. I don't have to reveal this one to you.
You do, there's a 3rd turn.
No, 3rd turn already happened.
That was only the 2nd turn.
Oh, you're right. Dang.
What was
Okay, I
it?
shuffled. That
Yeah,
changed
you
my
shuffled
order.
and changed your draw.
Dang.
What'd you get? A Solemn Warning? Good, it's destroyed, Duelist.
Switch Honest to attack position. Honest attacks Torment token. Pass.
I'm gonna use Lilith's effect in the end phase. I'll tribute this Torment token just to do it again and get a Torment token back. Full Force Virus, Deck Devastation, and a Full Force Virus.
That one in the middle.
It is set, these are shuffled. Torment token is back because the card was tributed. Oh yeah, you get a Torment token, sorry, I forget. Draw for turn. All right, it's time to finish this duel.
I can't believe I made such a horrible
by activating Lilith, Lady of Lament. I'm going to tribute her to do her effect one last time. Full Force Virus, Deck Devastation Virus, and another Deck Devastation Virus.
Okay, so that was Full Force Virus earlier. That one over here.
And because I attributed a dark monster I control, I can now activate my boss's effect.
Thought he was in the oh, you can activate in the grave too?
That's right, Duelist. As long as he was there when that happened. Darkest Diabolos is back. It has to be when I attribute one of mine.
Here.
Infernal Dragon is going to attack your face, or your token card.
It's face up.
Darkest Diabolos will attack Honest. You take no damage though.
No damage.
Your move, Duelist.
Draw for turn. We're gonna set a monster face down, then turn.
Draw. Oh yeah, did I attack with this last turn? I guess I was supposed to do that.
Oh yeah, you had to destroy itself.
Yeah. Sorry everybody. We'll attack your face down.
You hit Guiding Ariadne. When it's destroyed by battle or card effect, I can reveal 3 counter traps from my deck. You choose one to add to my hand. It'll be Drastic Drop Off or Drastic Drop Off or Drastic Drop Off. You can pick.
You can pick Drastic Drop Off, I think would be a good one.
Take a Drastic Drop Off.
I'll go to the end phase. Lair of Darkness will activate. I have not tributed, so.
Draw for turn.
During your draw phase, I'll activate my Eradicator Epidemic Virus. We're gonna call traps.
Oh, you gotta tribute something.
Darkest Diabolos. What do you got in there?
I have Drastic Drop Off.
Oh, wow, okay. Well, Drastic Drop Off goes, you get to keep Gelin Duo.
I will keep my Gelin Duo, thank you very much. In fact, I'm gonna set it face down. Then I'll activate my Sanctum of Parshath. Nova Summoner, Honest, and Parshath. Actually, reverse that order.
In phase, I guess?
Yep.
Torment token. I draw. Oh yeah, torment token for you. I always forget how it works. I'm gonna set a card face down. In phase, Lair, nothing. Back to you.
Draw for turn and reveal. Set it face down and I'll end my turn.
Lair of Darkness. I draw. I'll pass.
Draw for turn. I have to reveal.
It's Honest. Big shock.
I'm gonna switch this torment token to attack position. Torment token attack. And I will pass.
Draw, Duelist. I'll pass. It's the last turn
Draw.
of
Reveal my Sacred Knight. Normal summon Honest. Okay. Flip summon Nova Summoner. Flip summon Gelin Duo. Honest attacks with 1300.
Activate Full Force Virus. I'm going to attribute a dark monster with 2000 or more defense. That'll be your Honest because it has 2200.
300.
And I'll look at all the cards in your hand that you control and that you draw for 3 turns. And anything with 1500 or less defense is destroyed.
This one does not have 1500.
So obviously not him. But these two will be, or all 3 of these will be destroyed.
Oh, it's counts control too?
Yeah, everything, Duelist, everything.
Will you Sanctum? It's when it gets Solemn Warning, Honest, and Dark Bribe. And I gotta pass.
Have a Torment token. Draw for turn. Normal summon, Infernal Dragon. Deck Devastation Virus. I will attribute a dark monster with 2000 or more attack. Look at all the cards in your hand that you control and that you draw for 3 turns. Anything with 1500 or less attack is also going to be destroyed.
We're just lining up all these virus effects now.
Infernal Dragon dies. A roll gets tributed. Let's take a look. It's not that, but this will get destroyed. And it lets me activate Darkest Diabolos in my graveyard because I attributed a dark monster I control. He'll get special summoned to the field.
There it is.
Darkest Diabolos attack directly for 3000.
Gotta take it.
We will set 2 more cards. In phase, Lair of Darkness. Your move, Duelist.
Draw for turn. It's Dark Bribe.
Doesn't have less than 1500 defense, doesn't have less than 1500 attack. You're under both.
I lose.
All right, Duelist. Game 2, finally.
I'm ready. This time, I'm going first. Place Guiding Ariadne in the Pendulum Zone. Normal summon my Guiding Ariadne and set 2. Your turn.
A solid opening, but nothing I can't handle. All right, I'm gonna activate my Allure of Darkness. I'll draw 2 cards, then banish a dark monster from my hand. Draw 1, draw 2. We'll banish Tour Guide from the Underworld. Next, we're going to activate Arima, the Wicked Warden. I'll pitch it to grab my Lair of Darkness. I'm activating the Lair of Darkness.
And I'm activating Dark Bribe in response.
It's negated, but I do get to draw 1. So.
And now my Bountiful Artemis activates, and I get to draw a card.
Okay. All right, I'm going to activate a second Lair of Darkness, Duelist.
Wow.
To the field. Next, we're normal summoning Lilith, the Lady of Lament.
Fair
All right,
enough.
Lilith, activate by attributing Bountiful Artemis. Eradicator. I think it's just be 3 Eradicators. Actually, I don't have 3 Eradicators. Okay, it's these. 2 Eradicators and a deck Devi.
That one.
Lilith's gonna attack you for 1000. Set 2 cards face down. I'll go to my end phase. Lair of Darkness activates, and because a monster was tributed this turn, I'll get to summon a Torment token to my field.
No. Solemn Warning, because that is an effect that would summon a monster.
Negate and destroy.
Yep, and I don't have to pay any life points because of my Ariadne.
That's actually 2 layers that you killed in 1 turn.
Well, you played 2 in 1 turn.
Well, yeah, but
I didn't want to. You did
your
that.
move, Duelist.
Draw for turn. Activate the Sanctum of Parshath. And I'll activate its effect. I'm going to take my fairy and 2 contracts and place them on top of the deck. And with that, I guess I'll set 1 card face down. I'll end my turn.
Draw for turn, 1,000 with Lilith. Your move, Duelist.
Draw for turn. Pass.
Draw for turn. Lilith's gonna attack for 1,000 again. And I'll set 1 and pass.
Draw for turn. I will set 1 card face down, and I'll end my turn.
I draw, Duelist. Activate Lilith's effect. I'm gonna tribute itself to do the 3 traps thing. Full Force Virus, Deck Devastation Virus, Eradicator Epidemic Virus. Which one will it be, Duelist?
That one.
Hand Destruction Duelist. We will each pitch. I'm pitching Eradicator and Arima.
And I'm pitching my Arch-Knight and my Dark Bride.
And so we'll each draw 2. Now I can use this card, my Recurring Nightmare. 2 dark monsters with 0 defense in my graveyard. I'll target them and add them to my hand. Arima and Lilith back. And now I can activate Arima the Wicked Warden. I'll discard it from my hand to get my 3rd and final Lair of Darkness. I'll activate Lair of Darkness to the field. Well, normal summon Lilith, attack for 1,000. In phase, Lair activates.
And I'm using Solemn Warning.
That's my last Lair of Darkness. I don't
New
think it's
chain.
coming back. Oh, okay.
I get to use my Sacred Knight, so I can banish 2 others. Sadly, they're both Bountiful Artemis. Draw for turn. Set a card face down. My Sacred Arc-Knight attacks. Effect to add a Parshath card or counter trap to my hand. We'll add this drastic drop off. I'll pass.
Draw for turn. We'll normal summon Lilith, Lady of Lament. Like her effect, I actually have 3. Eradicator, Devi,
I can use the effect so many times now.
Full Force. I got a lot of traps I can't really use. What's it gonna be, Duelist?
This one here.
Now in a new chain.
That deck looking thin.
Yeah, I've been doing this a lot. In a new chain, though, we're gonna activate Darkest Diabolos, Lord of the Lair.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go ahead and use the Rebirth of Parshath on his effect. I can reveal 1 counter trap in my hand, drastic drop off. Then I would discard and pay life points, but I don't have to negate and shuffle it back into the deck. And now I can special summon a Parshath monster from my deck, the Neo Parshath.
I have to end my turn.
That's what I like to hear. See, now we're playing my game.
It only took a few turns.
A lot of turns.
they take some time.
We'll have my Sacred Knight attack you directly with 3,100. All right, Sacred Effect. We're gonna add a Parshath or a counter trap to hand. We could add a Parshath counter trap, Third Birth of Parshath. My life points are higher than yours, and my Neo Parshath is gaining the difference between our life points. So it's gaining 1,200 from that and 300 from this, gaining 1,500.
38.
Attack for game.
The 3rd and final game to
That's
determine
right.
everything.
For all the marbles.
So
you said I'm going first?
I'm taking the first move.
Fine.
I'm starting with a Lure of Darkness in my main phase. I'll draw 2 cards, then I gotta banish a dark monster. We're banishing Duke Shade. Then we'll activate the Lair of Darkness. It begins.
Nice. I'm sick of this card.
Normal summon Arima, the Wicked Warden. And I'm gonna actually tribute itself to draw a card. In a new chain, I'll summon the card I actually just drew. Darkest Diabolos, Lord of the Lair. I literally drew it off Arima's effect. Set a card face down, go to my end phase, and activate Lair's effect to tribute, or to summon 1 token because 1 card was tributed. Your move, Duelist.
Draw for turn. All right, you started your game off with a draw card, so I'll start mine off too. Cards from the sky. Let's banish Bountiful Artemis. Draw 2. Let's set 1 face down, and 2, all right, I'll pass that.
Lair activates. Now I draw. I'm going to activate Darkest Diabolos' effect and tribute my Torment token. It'll make you select a card in your hand and just place it on either the top or the bottom of the deck.
I will place this card at the bottom of my deck.
And since I did that, I can activate Darkest Diabolos in my hand. Summon a 2nd Darkest Diabolos.
Oh, slow down there, hombre. Like, you be doing too much. All right, we're gonna use Rebirth of Parshath here, but I have to pay the full cost, which is not fun at all.
Oh, it's kind of rude
I
of you,
could
Duelist.
reveal a counter trap in my hand, my Dark Bride. Then I have to pay 1,000 and discard a card. You saw the Dark Bride? I'll get rid of Dark Bride.
Well, that was kind of rude of you.
And now I
Duelist.
special summon a Parshath monster from my deck. It's not great, but we're gonna get him out anyway. Gotta get him into this game somehow.
Darkest Diabolos will attack your face down card. Or I guess it should have.
You hit Nova Summoner. Yeah. Nova Summoner gets destroyed by battle. I can special summon a Light Fairy with 1,500 or less attack from deck or an Air-Knight Parshath. Go get honest.
Set a card face down, go to my end phase. Lair of Darkness is gonna activate.
Yep. Draw. Let's activate the Sanctuary in the Sky. We're going to activate Honest's effect to add it back to my hand. Let's have my Air-Knight Parshath attack your Darkest Diabolos.
I'll activate my Deck Devastation Virus.
Ooh.
I'm gonna tribute your Sacred Arch and look at all your cards, and anything with 1,500 or less attack is gonna get destroyed.
Goodbye, honest. Pass.
End phase, Lair. Draw for turn. We'll use Darkest Diabolos as effect, and we'll tribute your token to make you put a card from your hand on the top or the bottom.
I mean, we both saw the card. There's no way I'm putting it on
Or
top.
not. 3,000 with Darkest Diabolos.
Gotta take it.
I'll go to my end phase. Two tokens. Remove duelist.
Draw for turn. I have to reveal it. Pass.
Draw for turn. We'll use this effect again. Tribute this Torment token and force you to put it on the top or the bottom of your deck. Switch my Torment token to attack mode. Attack you directly for 1,000 damage. And then with 3,000, we'll end this duel.
You know what the problem with this deck is? You know what the problem with this deck is?
What's the problem with the deck?
This deck has no spine to it. And I'm not saying it's a cowardly deck. What I'm saying is there's no engine in here to actually do anything.
True. Whereas this deck gets Arima and like Lilith to kind of move things along.
To be fair, if you guys probably have noticed by now, I did not opt to run any of the Heralds because I don't like the Herald cards. They're not bad cards, I just dislike them. There is a spine to this deck when it comes to cycling Heralds.
Yeah, the Eva Herald kind of cycle.
I just don't like them, so I didn't do it. But I realized why you need to run Heralds, because otherwise, the only advantage engine I had was swinging with Air-Knights, which I love, don't get me wrong. It's just, that's not gonna cut it when Lair of Darkness is doing its thing and you need a better grind
I feel like
game.
the only other thing you get is like trying to get lucky with like Bountiful Artemis, and it just feels like it's not like...
Bountiful is so risky, you can get tributed really easily. It's
like if you go first and summon it and you just start like...
Yeah, going first with it, it's fine.
It's funny, the most broken thing with Bountiful is actually Drastic Drop-Off, where you literally just set Drastic Drop-Off, like in their draw phase you do it and you just immediately start to get advantage. And then you use whatever other counter trap. Like the video if you enjoyed the duel. Comment if you were to pick up one of these decks, which one would you pick up and play? And share the video around with your friends. Also, thanks for 600,000 subscribers recently. That was very cool. We'll see you guys in the next one. Pass turn.